What's a high risk, high reward play in the dating game? Straight up asking if they wanna fuck. I have some photos of me in drag on my dating profile. It filters out any asshat bigots and I get rewarded with being matched with people who are cool with me being the way I am. I had a friend who approached women and just asked, "You wanna fuck?" He'd get turned down, or slapped 90% of the time. But the other 10%. There's no risk plays in the dating game. A risk play is a stupid play. Never make a stupid play in the dating game. Stupid plays get rewarded the worst in the dating game. When you set things up for them and they fucking leave you last minute with looking stupid to the person you set up for them. It wasn't a date, but goddamn it, just say that I'm scary. I am for real, never setting shit up for anyone again. Going full Dutch from now on. I only fuck on the first date. And quat, you mean you need to fuck on the first date or you don't continue the relationship? No. I only fuck on the first date. It's now or never. And quat. I was once on a date with a pretty hot woman. And she was boring me to tears. Usually I would have been nice and stuck it out and then just said I wasn't feeling it. This time I was blunt and said I was bored and wanted to pay and take her home. On the drive home she said no guy has ever said she bored him. I thought she was mad. But when I pulled up to her place she invited me in and we fooled around. High risk / high reward? Going after the one everyone wants. Everyone assumes the hotties are off limits. Outside their range. Someone else is taking them. Whatever. Reality is that a lot of times the hotties go home alone as a result. Screw, sick, up your confidence. Bring your best self. And give it a shot. You'll be surprised how often you'll hit, especially after your first few fumbled attempts. What is something people do in public that makes you uncomfortable? Park their carts in the middle of the grocery aisle. At an angle. While they scan the shelves. You can't get around them and I really have no interest in asking them to move. Given some of the Karen responses I've gotten. Put your damn cart out of the way. A bit specific, but high school groups that clump like bewildered herds of sheep and block off entire walkways, hallways and sidewalks. I live and work in an area where a lot of school trips take place and it's extremely annoying to have to herd bleeding teenagers out of the way so that foot traffic can get through. The teachers are never paying attention and are usually part of the problem. We don't teach kids that people need to get places apparently. People who walk their dogs without a lead. I'm really uncomfortable around dogs and I'm autistic. Part of which means I'm hypersensitive to sound. So that makes it all the worse when someone's random dog will run up to me barking. Sometimes the dog will mind their own business. But where I live, it's a small town. And the dogs and the children are free range. Untethered balls of energy. And the owner is always practically a mile behind the dog. So I'll just be trying to avoid walking with the dog so it can't bother me. Gah, sorry dog people. So I've got 2. 1. When customers / shoppers get upset with employees who have no control over a situation. If there aren't enough cashiers at a store and you've had to wait a while. Don't take it out on whoever rings you up. If something isn't in stock. Don't give attitude to the employee just trying to make the store look decent and get through the day making hardly any money in the process. 2. When people have zero sense of personal space. For example, someone standing too close in line. Ma'am, if I can feel your breath, take a step back. They have a car that's never been inside its garage? Cars are supposed to go in the garage? I didn't realize it until now. But I've never lived anywhere that actually had a garage. My current daily is a 2007 Honda Civic. 200,000 plus miles. Currently on second motor. Never even seen the shade. By garage you mean the hangout and storage room with a big door, right? People can afford a garage in this economy? Me? I rent an apartment with its own garage right now and I never park my car inside. Too much work and I also accidentally backed into the garage door once. That's the laundry and storage room. I've had 4 cars in my life. Never put any of them in my garage. I mean not never. But before I moved out and before my brother also moved out. I parked on the driveway and then I also have lived in an apartment with just a parking lot since 2015, so it's been like a good 9 years. Growing up never lived any place with a garage, even when I owned my own home. The 2-car garage was converted into additional living space for my granddad. My grandmother had passed away a few months before my husband I decided to start looking for a home. Was a major contributing factor in order to keep an eye on the old man. It's been several years since selling the house, divorced, my granddad now better adjusted, okay living on his own. I still don't have a garage that I park in. Lol, even if I had a garage. I'm still pretty confident that I'd use it for storage space and a place for my many unfinished projects. Where the hell do all the hamsters live other than at pet stores? I'm over 30 and have never seen one in the wild. Watch Hamtaro. Eastern Europe. The Middle East and Asia. But they are rare in the wild now. Syria. Better question. How do hamsters in the wild die if there are no microwaves, dishwashers, refrigerators, house doors, toilets, live wires? To give them a horrible death? https://www.smithsonianmog.com/science-nature/the untold story of the hamster aka Mr. Saddlebags 1223774/ I recently had the same question and came across this interesting Smithsonian article about hamsters. TLDR, they are rare and hard to find. All Syrian hamsters came from a pair of hamsters caught in 1930s.